Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back once again to the United Regional Chamber's weekly update. We try to bring on you some interesting guests and some different subjects from around the area. And this week, it is my honor to bring a friend of mine who we've known each other a week or two. But this is Mr. Chris Rappold. He is the founder of Personal Best Karate and the founder of Personal Best Charities. And I've been lucky enough to help him out with the Turkey Brigade for a couple of years now. And we want you folks to all know about the Turkey Brigade and the Turkey Charity because it's coming up in a couple of weeks. Mr. Chris Rappold, welcome, sir.
My friend, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to see you, and you've been helping for more than a couple of years. Got to be 20 years, anyways, and I'm very very grateful.
Well, first off, tell us about Personal Best Charity.
Sure. The the charity originated out of our karate school, and it was really it was our desire to create an experience where we could teach service above self. So we were looking for some kind of a project where we could involve, children and families, people of all ages, to become involved with some kind of outreach where we could, embrace a particular community group or a particular community cause, challenge, etc. And the idea of the brigade came to me from a friend out in Michigan, and I said, "Geez, I love that idea. I think we could really pull that off." And that was 29 years ago, Jack. This is our 29th year doing it.
Wow.
Uh, it's grown like a weed, and the concept, as you well know, is it's we have our community now. It's certainly grown beyond our martial arts school, but it involves raising the funds, packaging the food, and actually delivering the food to the families in our area that are in need. And it's really something that for us ushers in the holiday season, and a lot of families over
You're right.
they've really started to use this as kind of a kickoff to their holiday season. So it's a nice event, nice family friendly event, and everybody can participate and enjoy.
Well, and I really like the fact that it's a family friendly event. I have been for a few years, and it's great to see little children come in where the parents and the team over here at Personal Best Karate shows kids compassion, shows kids what giving means in this season. So, Chris, do us a favor, walk us through what happens when you come that day.
Yeah. Well, the day that you're referencing is this year. It's going to be on Saturday, November 23rd, and our we headquarter it at Foxborough Regional Charter School. They've been nice enough over, geez, probably the past 5 or so years to donate their facility to us to allow this thing to happen. And uh, the event kicks off at 1 o'clock on that day, on the 23rd. And, people of all ages can come and just enjoy. The whole process takes a couple hours. And, Jack, as you know, it's the entire gymnasium is set up in a conveyor belt fashion. And
Yep.
the families will come and they'll grab a bag, and then they'll walk through all of the different stations, from the squash to the corn to the green beans, etc., all the way around the gymnasium, and fill their bag up, and then drop it off in a designated area. And you can imagine we're feeding over 2,000 families. It's I think we did the calculation one time. It's about 40,000 pounds of food.
Yeah.
So it takes a bit of time to do it, but it's wonderful because we have grandparents there that are walking through the lines, helping, supporting. We have 3 and 4 year olds that are there. Some of them pull their wagon and they're putting the canned goods in their wagon, and of course parents and and such. People can be there for 15 minutes or 2 hours. We have holiday music playing, and it's just it's a fun way to usher in the holiday season and really it's just a good feeling event, and I think these days, especially over the you know the the past few weeks of all of the national highlights and such, it's nice to be able to just get together with neighbors and really just enjoy each other's company and be reminded of all of the good that's in the world, and just come together, for a selfless reason, to be able to provide a nice service to people in our community who really, at this particular time, need the support.
Absolutely. And you supply, and your whole team supplies a full Thanksgiving Day meal, from, again, like you say, the corn, the green beans, the stuffing. They even give you a dessert in there and a turkey. But one of the other things that really impresses me is you have your team of students from Personal Breath. They are at each station, so they hand you the things that you need for your bag. Tell us how that works for you.
I'm sorry, just that question that you said. I'm sorry.
It's about the team that you have, the students from Personal Best.
Yeah.
Tell us about
Yes.
them.
Yeah. So we again we at our school, we really look at, if I'm understanding the question correctly, Jack. We really look to teach service above self. So we are every twice a year we do a black belt graduation, and part of the requirement of their graduation is to do a community service project. So always in the fall, this coincides with our event. They just take such a source of pride in being able to contribute to this. It's really wonderful. And the example that I often say is that so many times we try to tell children, you should be thankful for what you have, but all children really know, or teens, all they know is what they know. So when you provide them the opportunity and the experience of um, being of service to someone else, when you provide them the experience of taking, a Thanksgiving bag and bringing it to a door and maybe seeing somebody, as the recipient on the other side of the door about their own age. For some students, this is the first time that they come face to face with, just how grateful they should be, and how fortunate they are to be able to be in the position to be able to give service to others. So it's just such an important message, and I find that a lot of parents, they want to teach that message, and also too, a lot of times as adults, where we get so wrapped up in just the day to day of what we do. I find sometimes parents or even adults, they're just looking for a way to be able to contribute back. And it's just a really, again, it's a nice way to do it. And people can come on the 23rd and they can be part of assembling the bags, or they can come on the 24th at 10 a.m. and they can, come in, and then that's of course where they're picking up the bags and they're making the deliveries. And all our deliveries are fairly local. We're delivering to all kind of adjoining cities and towns, so it's all very local to your, the United Chambers population. And, it's a nice experience. Also, 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had our over at Gillette Stadium, we had our turkey trot, which is our centerpiece fundraiser for the year, and it's a 5K over there, and certainly I invite all of your listeners, to maybe put that on their calendar for next year. But that's a great event, a lot of fun. The Pat Patriot and the New England Patriot cheerleaders are there supporting it, and again, family fun, friendly event. You can choose to run, you can choose to walk, but that's our big mechanism for being able to raise the funds that actually get to purchase the food.
Because it's an awful lot of money feeding 2,000 families through this season. Sorry, we're having a little trouble with the sound here today, Chris. I'm not sure what's going on, but we'll get that all squared away at some point. But Chris, I want to thank you once again for taking the time to come on the show, tell our folks about the Personal Best Charity, and hopefully you can join us either on the 23rd or the 24th over at Foxborough Charter School. Any final thoughts? Nope. Having a little bit of a software glitch.
It happens. It's an imperfect world.
That's it. Any final thoughts, Chris?
No, just, Jack, thank you. And, the United Chamber for all of the support that you've lent over the years. It's a large project, but the project is made light by everyone participating, and you've certainly stepped up in ginormous ways and very small, quiet ways to really support the charity. So I want to thank you, and again, invite any of your listeners that would like to participate. We would love to have them, and I promise we'll make them all feel welcome.
Awesome. Well, Chris Rappold from Personal Best Charity, thank you once again. James Friedman, big shout out to you guys at over AACS for putting up with me every week. And hope everybody to see you on the 23rd or the 24th over at Foxborough Charter School. Everybody stay safe. You got to look at my ugly mug for a couple minutes, I guess. There we go.